the August gathering on National Space Day.
भारत की राष्ट्रपति महामहिम श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी, अंतरिक्ष विभाग के सचिव एवं इसरो के चेयरमैन श्रीमान एस सोमनाथ जी, इस सभागृह में उपस्थित विज्ञान के भिन्न भिन्न क्षेत्रों से पधारे हुए विशेषज्ञ गण, महानुभाव, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, आज का दिन बड़ा ही शुभ दिन है, शुभ अवसर है और हम सब भाग्यशाली हैं। भाग्यशाली इसलिए कि भारत का सर्वप्रथम राष्ट्रीय अंतरिक्ष दिवस अथवा नेशनल स्पेस डे का उत्सव मनाने का काम हमारे हिस्से में आया है। आज से ठीक एक वर्ष पूर्व 23 अगस्त 2023 को हमारे एक स्पेस मिशन चंद्रयान ने इतिहास रच करके दुनिया को चकाचौंध कर दिया। चंद्रमा के साउथ पोल पर पहुंचने वाला वो पहला स्पेस मिशन था और तभी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने ये घोषणा की कि प्रतिवर्ष इस दिन को राष्ट्रीय अंतरिक्ष दिवस के रूप में मनाया जाएगा, ताकि हम जहां एक और चंद्रयान की गुणगान को स्मरण कर सकें, वहीं साथ ही साथ आने वाले समय के लिए कार्यसूची एजेंडा पर चिंतन मंथन भी कर सकें। ये कोई साधारण बात ना थी। जैसे सोमनाथ जी ने कहा, जिस चांद के दीदार के लिए दुनिया इंतजार करती है, उस दिन भारत ने उसे छू करके महसूस किया था। And the world never expected that we would be able to achieve this feat, because our journey in space was just about 55 years long. ISRO was born in the year 1969, the year which is remembered for the first human being having landed on the surface of Moon, Neil Armstrong. And we were just getting born. And today, the same ISRO, the same team, within 50 years, just about half a century, we became the first to have landed on the south pole of Moon before anybody else could do. And therefore, when we observe the National Space Day, it's also a day of introspection, reflection, and also to create roadmaps for the future. And also to ponder about how did we manage to cover this long journey in a short time, and where do we go from here? और यदि आप इन प्रश्नों का उत्तर ढूंढें तो ध्यान में आएगा कि हमारे वैज्ञानिकों के पास, हमारे विशेषज्ञों के पास प्रतिभा की कमी ना थी, योग्यता की कमी ना थी, मेहनत करने का मादा भी था, आंखों में अरमान भी थे। आप संग्रहालय में जाइए, सारा भाई अपने बाईसाइकिल के कैरेज पर सामान उठा करके भी साधनों के अभाव की पूर्ति करते थे। और इस सब के बावजूद भी यदि अभाव था तो उस अनुकूलता का जो नीति निर्धारकों के स्तर से अपेक्षित होती है, what was lacking was perhaps an enabling milieu which is expected from the policy planners, from the political leadership, and that was overcome when Prime Minister Modi came in. And for 70 years, space sector had functioned with limited resources and limited funds, also the limited partnerships within and outside. प्रधानमंत्री ने वो गुजरे समय की बंदिशों को तोड़ करके he broke the taboos of the past and liberated ISRO from the shackles which were constraining, which were limiting its journey. And on the day when Chandrayaan was launched, me and Somnath ji was there. We had more than 5,000 spectators and more than 1,000 media persons. One of the media persons came over and said, there are some critics saying, why this halla bulla? What is new? And I asked him a simple question. I said, when did you come here last? He said, this is my first time. I said, that is new. And that is precisely during the formal announcement of successful launch of Chandrayaan. I had just spoken 3 sentences. I said, this is a moment of glory for India, a moment of destiny for all of us who are here to witness this at Sriharikota. And then I said, thanks, Team ISRO, for making us proud. And thanks, PM Modi, for unlocking the doors of Sriharikota. And that indeed was the turning point. And today, within the last 3 years, there has been a quantum leap. I know how many of us in this room are aware of the fact that we were just 1-digit space startup 3 years back. Today, we've gone up to almost 300. The other day, I was saying, if you want to make a good caption out of it, you can say we have gone up 300 times. And that is why the finance minister, during her budget, had the confidence to say that India's space economy will go up 5 times in the next 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just $8 billion US, and we hope to go up to 44 billion in the next 10 years. And as you were just seeing, the space vision for the future, I think one of the most momentous happenings in the next 1 year would be the launch of Gaganyaan. The first Indian human being going into this space. Of course, we had one in early 1980s, but that was a Soviet mission. So purely indigenous mission, living up to the ideals of Make in India, the ideals of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and also at the same time pushing India as a frontline nation of the world. And as you were seeing in the film just now screened, and Prime Minister himself saying कि पहला अंतरिक्ष का हमारा स्टेशन, which is being decided to be named as Bharatiya Antariksh Station, would be there in place in 2035, and finally in 2040, an Indian landing on the surface of Moon, which is not very far. And in a few months from now, one of the 4 astronauts who were displayed in the movie will be accompanying his counterparts to the International Space Station. Wing Commander Shukla, who is now promoted as Group Captain Shukla, has already been identified for that exercise. Ladies and gentlemen, space technology today has entered every Indian household. And I'm glad to note that space technology is also adding value to its performance through artificial intelligence, through machine learning, through quantum technology, as you saw in the citations of these youngsters who received the awards this morning. And India today has proved to the rest of the world its space capability in all the 3 verticals, whether it is space transportation, whether it is space ground station, whether it is space platforms. And apart from Earth and deep sea, now we are going to the next level to reach out and clear the space debris. Honorable Rashtrapati ji very rightly was expressing her concern when we were entering this room कि इतने सारे सैटेलाइट अंतरिक्ष में चले गए, वहाँ इसकी भीड़ का क्या निवारण होगा. And I'm glad to share with the Honorable Rashtrapati कि इस बात में भी पहल भारत ने की है. We have set up one of the latest technologies in Bengaluru to detect, to clear debris. And very soon, we will be also retrieving back the commissioned satellites. जो सैटेलाइट अपना काम मुकम्मल कर चुके हों, उनको वापस धरती पर लाने की कला भी दुनिया भारत से ही सीखने वाली है. And I think one of the most exclusive components of space technology in the last 10 years under Prime Minister Modi has been that it was no longer limited only to the launching of rockets. I vividly remember, I think it was the year 2015, when Dr. Radhakrishnan was the chairman. We had a 2-3 day long marathon brainstorming in Vigyan Bhavan, where space scientists were made to interact with the representatives of each ministry so that they could share wherein the space technology could step in. And I think that's proved to be a role model for the rest of the world also, because we have so many sectors, so diverse, so heterogeneous, which no other country has. And therefore today, space technology is enriching our work in fisheries, in agriculture, the soil health card, the Swamitva program, which has almost become a role model for the rest of the world, in disaster monitoring, in natural resource monitoring, in railways, the unmanned rail crossings, in the construction of highways, the construction of smart cities, education, healthcare, you name a sector, and India has shown the rest of the world how space technology can improve our performance. And before I conclude, for the benefit of those, because as I was saying yesterday, during one of the discussions, after Chandrayaan, space technology has fascinated every Indian. And many of those who may not have a direct stake in space sector, many of them who may not be interested, but since they feel a sense of esteem, they feel a sense of pride, they look here, India can do it. India can lead the rest of the world. And for the benefit of those, because as students of science fraternity, we've been taught not to speak without evidence. India was the first to reach the Mars in the first attempt. India, as I said a few moments ago, through Chandrayaan, was the first to reach the south pole of the moon. India is the second to have an X-ray polarization satellite. And India, a few months ago, was the third to have a solar observatory, the Sun-Earth endpoint, the Aditya. And therefore, I have the confidence to say, when we talk of India 2047 and India reaching that pedestal, when we try to scientifically analyze how it would happen, where the value addition will come from, the value addition will come from those sectors which were hitherto either unexplored or underexplored. हमारे वो सरमाए जो ना पूरी तरह तराशेंगे ना तलाशेंगे, और मोदी जी की प्रेरणा से उस तरफ हमारी निगाह गई. And one of them is going to be the space sector. And I'm proud to declare this morning, ladies and gentlemen, with Chairman ISRO as a witness, that in 2047, space sector will be an important component writing the growth story of Viksit Bharat. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.